Present day. Present time.
Okay, so there's been a NixOS drama, and I've touched a little bit about this because I've been following with it across the months and everything that has happening. And I know some people were asking me in that past video, has Nix gone woke? What has happened with Nix? Blah, the typical thing. And so today I'm gonna discuss this because this gotten way out of proportion, and I think the whole situation is just fucking stupid. So for those that don't know what's NixOS, so NixOS is a Linux distribution, but it's the appeal to it is that NixOS works to these config files, and you can pull any package manager from any distribution. And you also have these configurations, and you can take these files and you can just put them into like different distros, and you could just like run it, do what the heck you want with it. So that's the whole appeal. Now, let's talk more about the drama, because this drama, I'm going to leave this on the bottom in case you guys want to read it. So let me explain something about the whole next community, what has been happening. So I first of all, before we start this, I like to think that most of my audience, I have a really diverse audience. I have right leaning, left leaning, center leaning, center left, center. It doesn't matter. I consider myself in the center. Lately, these days, I'm more to the right, but that doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter if I right to the right, if I wipe my ass to my right butt cheek more to the right, to the left. It doesn't fucking matter. Well, that's what matters. It's just thinking I'm for your own, not fucking following a freaking group like you're in a like tribalism. And I don't believe in that shit or societal norms. I don't give a fuck. You just believe in what you believe. Don't let anyone tell you what not to believe. Blah blah. Just be fucking normal. Or you know what I mean. Anyway, so let me give you a little bit of history about NixOS. So when NixOS started, there was really no moderation. People just kind of stood forward, and everyone make decisions on votes, etc. And that's how decisions were made. Well, eventually, there's this committee that formed called the steering committee. And the steering committee basically took a step to actually proclaim themselves moderators, but they weren't officially moderators. And no shocker, most of those people were left leaning. But, anyways, moving forward. So, these people eventually got granted the abilities of moderation to be able to do moderation things. And this group called themselves the steering committee. So the steering committee eventually got those elevated privileges to mod and all this. And so yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And so if we go back here, so really what happened was that they were betting people. They were changing the rules. They're straight up changing the rules, changing the TOS, banning people, removing messages I didn't like, removing people that they didn't agree with, and things started to get way out of control. It was getting out of control, and the creator stepped in, and he was like, "Hey, this can't really go like this. So we're gonna bring a right-leaning person into here to have a different perspective. So not every decision is made from one point of view. If we so for diversity purposes, he brought this person in, to get some diversity, some different perspective, whether this decision that they're making is right. And they started freaking out. And if you see right here, it says technical literature works with military company causing fear of alignment with fascism. This statement right here reminds me of the time that I covered the Ex Libra and the free desktop, the whole sword drama, where free desktop started calling people fascist. He started calling Ricardo fascist, a dictator, and stuff just for having a different view, a political view. And I think this is stupid because these people, when I get called a Nazi or a fascist, I don't even take these people serious. In their world, that just means you don't agree with them. And I don't know why the fuck does this matter. Anyway, so that happened, and they started freaking out. And their freak out, if you go right here, they started a protest. They started a protest resigning the moderation. This could potentially affect the development because this is slowing things down. And I want to talk about this because I think this whole situation, it's extremely stupid, if you ask me. First of all, if why why does it matter what political party, what ideology you have? Why are you changing the code? Why are you changing the freaking, not the code, but like, why are you changing the rules? First of all, you're moderator, but you still need to follow the rules. These people are the first type of people that talk about censorship. They talk about fascism, but then have the audacity to act this authoritative and straight up a fascist. Like, if if you're not doing nothing wrong, why are you freaking out? You're claiming that it makes people uncomfortable. Why are you so stuck in this echo chamber? If you're not doing nothing wrong, this shouldn't be a threat. If not, it should be better. It should challenge what you believe in. See different sides. Everything just see can't be on one side. And the other thing is that even if you're more center, they'll fucking ban you. They'll fucking censor you. Why are you guys like this? Like, it's just stupid. You're making a stance to protest for something that is not even protest worthy. It's just fucking stupid, if you ask me. If you're not doing nothing wrong, you got nothing to fear. Obviously, you're abusing your power if you fear this decision. It's just, and you know, this is not this is this is not just NixOS. These people have been plaguing different projects. They're taking over the Linux community, the open source community. These people are like a plague. They go everywhere that they touch. They always try to break everything. And they got as far as to some companies won't even hire people because you're white or you're a different race, or a different group ethnicity. It shouldn't matter whether you're right leaning, left leaning, you believe this, you believe that. That shouldn't be a matter. I get that the open source community and Linux is a statement, it's a political statement as itself, as in fuck you, big corpo. Let's stick it to the to big corporations. But it doesn't mean that you should have your little woke echo chamber. It's just like, it shouldn't matter who works with you, what they believe in. When you're coming into a project, you come together to collaborate. It shouldn't matter what side you're on. Just leave that at home. Like, some of these companies have gone as far as not freaking hiring white men or Asian men or certain people, certain background ethnicity. And for people that say, "Oh, we want to be accepted. LGBTQ, we want to be accepted. We don't believe in racism." You sure are being racist against freaking white people. Now, I'm not white myself. I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a full Boricua. And even though I'm not white, I could empathize with these people. Because when I came here first, people didn't accept our kind. They freaking hated us. They used to be racist. They wouldn't even hire us because we're a certain skin color or race. And for that reason, I find this really fucking hypocritical that the people that want to get accepted are the people censoring, acting like fascists, and try to get rid of people who had different beliefs from you. I have plenty of friends that have different beliefs from me, and we still talk. We might not agree on everything, but only because we have different views doesn't mean we gotta be enemies. This whole thing is just stupid. And if not, I see this as racism. And the other thing is, like, these people take their whole sexual identity, like, I'm gay, I'm whatever, disabled, retarded, whatever you are. They take this And they make this their whole identity. Their whole personality is this, and I find this really stupid. I'm bisexual myself. Only because I'm bisexual, you don't see me taking my bisexuality and freaking making that my whole identity. Like, if that's all you have for a personality, you don't have a personality. Why you keep plaguing and ruining something that's good? Slowing down progress in the open source community just because someone doesn't agree with you. Do you know how stupid and hypocritical you are? And stop calling people fascists. If not, you're the one who's being a fucking fascist by censoring people. Not like it shouldn't matter who you support, what you follow. You're just coming together. You're coming together on a project. It shouldn't matter. They did this shit to freaking Enrico. Enrico proved, and I actually cover this topic. He proved that Free Desktop had a bunch of right-leaning woke Nazis who are fucking plaguing the whole project, and they themselves admitted that they're trying to kill Sorg, Free Desktop, so they could push Wayland. Now, you can feel how you want to feel about Wayland or Sorg. I know Sorg these days doesn't really get as maintained, so it's not viable. I've moved to Wayland myself, but there are certain things that I like. Anyway, that this is not what this video is about. But the point I'm trying to make, it's like, just stop it. You guys are blowing this whole drama and this whole thing out of proportion. You're not being freaking censorship. This is not fucking dictatorship like a lot of you guys, like a lot of these people like to claim. It's not a dictatorship. They're just bringing someone for a different perspective into the team to see whether you're doing is right or wrong, to have some different perspective and actually take a democracy based on votes to make better leadership decisions, or in this case, moderation decisions. And if you're threatened by that, if you're really threatened by that, then you're obviously are abusing your power, and you should probably get out of your position because you're not doing your job right. If this really makes you feel this much, get the fuck out. You're not that important. You'll be replaced. Just get the fuck out. No one needs you, okay? So fucking grow up. Grow up. Like, what the fuck is this? This whole situation just feels like it feels like a Reddit post. It's like a shit posting. And I can't even fucking say this. And the thing is, the Linux community has a lot of drama. Has a lot of drama. It always had a lot of drama, but a lot of it is kind of funny. It's just a bunch of nerds arguing against each other, which has been kind of funny, you ask me. But lately, it has been a lot of these like woke mobs, and I call them mobs because they act like a mafia. If you have a different opinion, they'll go after your job. They'll fucking stalk you online. They'll do anything possible, spread lies, misinformation, just to get you canceled and strip you of everything you have. Just for the pity that you believe you believe something different from them. And to be honest, I don't like I honestly don't like them. I know I'm in the center, but when I was growing up, left and right leaning parties, like left leaning and libertarians used to be a lot different. Nowadays, there's some cool ones in my channel I've actually met that are actually actual center, but a lot of the modern ones these days, they're just a joke. They just want to be they want to be dictative with extra steps. It's just this whole situation is just blown out of proportion. It's just freaking stupid. It's freaking stupid and childish. Start acting like fucking adults. Grow up. Put your differences apart and work together. What you guys are doing, what they're doing, they're splitting the community apart. Why are you splitting? You talk about the right side freaking splitting, making people separate and splitting them, but you're actually the one who's splitting the community by pushing your freaking extremist ideology into other people. People are not always gonna agree. You know how boring a world where everyone believes the same thing would be? That would be such. I would not like to live in a world where everyone has the same opinion. Why do you think I make controversial content? And some of the content I make, I don't actually mean it. It's just like I don't like when I live in my own echo chamber in my channel and everyone agrees with me. I don't like people agreeing with me. That's why once in a while I be trolling and saying shit I don't believe, because I want a controversy. I want to see people argue what people actually believe. I know I'm kind of a troll and I kind of race bait people, but I like doing that because I don't just like having people that just agree with me. I want to see different perspective. I mean, some of them subscribe or whatever when I start trolling, but that's besides the point. I don't really care. I don't do this content to get paid. Neither do I get paid. I did my YouTube channel just for fun, just to mess around, talk about my hobbies. I don't really care. People bitch about the view count and stuff. I do this shit for fun. I get nothing out of this. I should do this as a hobby. Anyway, so that's my opinion on this whole thing. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, and just chill out with this whole thing. Bye.
Dim, dam, dadilam, vacarme s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, didididilam, lute sera dodilam, seram. Dim, dim, da da da, dim, dim, da da da, dim, da di dam. Dim dim da 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 dim dim da 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 dim